Hey everybody, it's Alex, the writer and director of The Last Well, and I wanted to give you guys a look into kind of an idea as to the look and concepts that we've been thinking about over the past course of the year in preparing for The Last Well. What we want to show you simply is a preview of some of the films that we've been inspired by in the making of The Last Well. When you watch a film, what draws you into its story? For me, it begins with image. The Last Well is a project that challenges me to tell a story without a single line of dialogue. And this doesn't mean it's a silent film, but it's an audio-visual film which uses a blend of camera work, acting, sound effects, and music to tell the story. My hope is that this story brings you back to the time when you were a kid. Watching a memorable film that you could have simply seen without knowing what the characters were saying. And it becomes as much as an experience as well as a story. This, simply put, is in the same vein as an Aesop's fable, which means we find a simple yet memorable hook with a universal theme that is understood by many. In our case, the story focuses on two brothers who are desperate to save their mother who is dying. They have to find the one thing that everybody needs, which is water. Water is not only a universal need from a physical standpoint, it's also a universally understood symbol of life and hope. By reducing the amount of water to a single water well, it helps the stakes of the last well to be high, while driving the brothers to a fixed destination for something that everyone will understand why they need it. In regards to our camera work, it will be either on a tripod or with Steadicam. We are doing our best to restrict as much unnecessary movement as possible with the camera, sticking to the more classical approach of filmmaking, which uses movement within the frame to drive the visual aspect of the story. The DP attached to the project also works with Able Cine, which is a major camera rental house in Los Angeles. We have the opportunity to use much of their higher-end equipment if this project funding goes through. You can look at some of his previous work on our Kickstarter page. He and I are adamant about capturing a look and feel akin to classic films in terms of their composition. This includes the look of the desert. Though imposing in order to show the sheer odds that the brothers face, it will not be desaturated in color scheme like many of today's films that feature the barren landscape. In terms of costuming, we will maintain its own sense of culture while being similar to the look of other films set in the desert, which will have faded or dusty clothing. However, we also want to maintain that sense of authenticity, that it is an actual place. We have three themes going on in this story: community, resources, and family. So with community, when all forms of what makes people connected is lost, whether country, ethnicity, or language, what then creates community? Within resources, we want to talk about specifically how need can affect our choices and how we treat one another, especially in times of desperation. And then finally, we want to talk about the importance of family, in which the bonds of family are what drives the brothers to do what they do. We want to see how the interaction of the theme of family and resources can often collide and affect not just the people who are there on screen, but the people off screen that they are trying to save. The Last Well is looking to tell a familiar story in a unique way, and by focusing on the image and acting, but without dialogue, we will show a story that can be shown on any screen in any part of the movie watching world. I strongly believe that filmmaking is one of the better ways in today's world that brings people from all backgrounds together, regardless of where they may be.